She trained with you for 9 years.
Trained with me for 9 years, and she could do about 9 chin-ups. Yeah, it's definitely not easy for women because it's so daunting. The concept, the idea of doing a pull-up for a woman is very challenging. It's like self-fulfilling prophecy. And so if you can get over that mental hurdle, it's just another resistance. It could be a weight stack, it could be elastic bands, it could be any resistance. The problem is when you're starting off with a huge resistance load, which is your whole body weight. Any other exercise, you do like 5 pounds, 10 kilos, and then you build up. But when you do a pull-up or a chin-up, you start with your whole body weight, like 50 kilos. So that was a conversation that I had with my wife the other day. And as you may know, that she recently gave birth to my beautiful baby boy. And it's been a very challenging year for her as she's undergone a lot of changes to her life, her body, and her sense of self. Now that the baby's 4 months old now, she has a bit more time and energy to focus on her own well-being. And she was asking me the other day about doing her first unassisted chin-up. And so I want to do my best to help her achieve this goal, so now we go to the gym together. She's not a complete newbie to strength training either, as she's been training prior to giving birth. As more and more women are starting to do more strength training, I'm going to share with you what I did to help her on her path, and maybe you might find it helpful too if you want to do your first chin-up. So the reason why we focus on doing chin-ups and not pull-ups is not just due to preference. Although if you really prefer doing pull-ups, that's totally fine too. But the main reason why we do chin-ups is because it actually involves more muscle activation. So you're doing more work, and it actually helps to pull up your body weight a little easier. So just for clarification, a chin-up is an underhand grip like this, and a pull-up is an overhand grip where your elbows are flared out a bit more. So for the remainder of this video, I'm going to be referring to chin-ups only, but you can easily just replace chin-up with pull-ups. 3 months after giving birth, my wife returned back to the gym to do some light exercise. If you are also coming back from giving birth, then you should consult your doctor first before you decide to go back to the gym. Her first day of training chin-ups was for her to train up her hands and her grip strength. So I just got her to do a dead hang. I also wanted her to train her rotator cuff muscles so that she can get ready for the load that's going to be placed on her shoulder capsule. This is especially important for her because she's a very flexible person, and so her body weight can actually pull her arm out of her shoulder capsule. Now this is very unlikely to happen, but if you're like her, it's important to progress gradually as a woman's body undergoes a lot of changes during pregnancy and delivery. So I got her to do a hang for just 90 seconds, but she only lasted for 20 seconds. We eventually got there, and this was her first milestone. One obstacle that you may encounter, which my wife definitely did, was the issue of her hands hurting when she was hanging on the bar. So we got her weight training gloves, and that definitely helped to alleviate the pain in her hands. But the disadvantage is that it actually makes the grip wider, and it will tire out your forearm muscles more. You can always do what I prefer, which is just to deal with the pain, grow a thick callus, and that will help protect you going forward. After the first week, or just being able to do a dead hang for 90 seconds, we moved on to doing resistance bands. Resistance bands are great tools for helping you train up to doing your first chin-up. It's like having a consistent spotter helping you along the way. If you're agile like my wife is, then getting up onto the bar and using the resistance band doesn't pose a big problem. But if it is tricky for you, then get a friend or a trainer to help you get set up. When you do it a few more times, you'll get the hang of it, no pun intended, and then you can actually do it on your own. She started out doing 2 bands supporting her, a 35 kilo and a 15 kilo bands to combine together. But even now, she's actually able to do just a 35 kilo band, 7 reps. When she's able to do 20 reps on the thinnest 15 kilo band, then she's probably ready to attempt her first chin-up. Truth is, she probably can attempt to do it a little earlier, but I'm being very conservative with her. Our gym also has a lat pull-down machine, which is actually a very good tool for help training up those muscles needed to do a chin-up. I got her to supplement that on her training as well. We use it like any other machine training up a muscle group, and that is to focus on excellent form, slow and controlled movements, nothing jerky, and try to get to muscular failure. If she can lift 75% of her body weight for 13 reps, then she's probably ready for doing her first chin-up on her own. If you're interested in the details of training to do chin-ups, let me know in the comments below and I'll make a more technical video on that. I know the idea of lifting up your entire body weight can seem like a daunting task, but it's really good exercise. It trains up the muscles and actually gives you a very good motivation to achieving the goal. I'm sure you can do it if you commit to the training protocol outlined in this video. That's it for today's video. I hope you found that helpful. As always, please leave any questions or comments below, and I'll see you next time.